Welcome back to Home Track Heroes here at Evergreen Speedway. We got the first Pro Late Model main of the night here. What we're looking at Trad Fitzpatrick. Got an early penalty, and he's working his way back through the field.
Yeah, he makes his way by Andrew Link for the 5th position right there, as we now only have 16 laps remaining on these Twin 50 night. And it's been a fun one so far. It's been a clean one, kind of like you predicted.
Yeah, it has to be clean. When you're racing for points and you're showing up every week, you got to get through the first one. If you got to fix your car between races, you're not going to be fast in the second one. Guys will hang it out more in the second one, but yeah, everything's good in single file and everybody's taking care of their equipment.
Yeah, there's Caden Holmes still not quite out of the picture as we're going to go back up. Now it looks like we got a battle inside the top 5. That is Nema Lang hunting down Dario Reddick for that 3rd position, the final spot on the podium.
Yeah, and Nema Lang, the KG veteran of this field, I think he's got 6 championships on this racetrack, 60-plus wins. I'm telling you, Nema wins because he's good. He's coming. He's stalking Dario there. Yeah,
he's actually in the championship car from last year, which his son drove.
He did.
And now he's behind the wheel, making some headway.
Well, his son Tyson, who's the track champion here last year, he got a opportunity with UW football, so had to shelve the racing for a little bit. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to have to stop racing for, I would say.
Yeah, that's great.
As Nema Lang continues to hunt down one of the younger kids in the class, Dario Reddick, as they're starting to come up with some lap traffic. That's Hannah Lindquist in the 3H that they're coming up fast on.
I'm very impressed with Reddick right now. Last race, car destroyed. Team got the car back together. He's running up in the top 5. That takes a lot of commitment, a lot of hustle, a lot of hard work from the team. And his family and everybody that works on the race car can be really proud by this performance.
And 10 laps to go, and the top 4 really have not spread out a ton like you would think over a 40-lap span. All 4 cars still right there in the shot. Dawson Cox, Greg Bennett, then Dario Reddick and Nema Lang, like we said, battling for that 3rd spot.
Yeah, kind of exciting for Dawson Cox. I mean, if he holds this thing together for 10 more laps, this is going to be his first win in these kind of cars, and so congratulations to him if he can keep it together.
Yeah, that'd be a huge milestone for Dawson Cox and the entire Cox family.
Hopefully I didn't jinx him right there when I said that, so we got 9 to go.
The good old announcer's curse for sure, but this battle for 3rd still heating up. I think Nema Lang, being the veteran he is just trying to size up Dario, find out where maybe his weakness is and see where he can try to pounce, as he only has 8 laps to do it.
Well, Nema's really smart. I mean, he's won a lot of championships here, and he's not missed a race, and he's won a bunch of them so far this year, and he's just saving points right now. He's not going to push it, doesn't want to get penalized, doesn't want to lose many more points than he needs to, and good for him.
Yeah, and how great is it seeing all those fans in the grandstands this year? Last year, it was just a weird silence between races.
Yeah, very weird.
We'd do victory lane interviews, and all of a sudden it'd just be quiet, and it just did not feel right. I felt like just a long practice day for sure. But
yeah,
there you see, you guys at home could come and sit on those seats right up close to the action, or sit up in the grandstands and get a great view of the 3/8 mile racetrack.
Which, big shout out to Doug and Tracy Hobbs, who manage this facility and keep it going. I mean, they have worked tirelessly and put their effort completely behind getting fans back in the stands and making it awesome, and really appreciate them.
Yeah, it is truly incredible, and it feels almost like we're getting back to normal as this battle for 3rd place still continues to wear on, with just 5 coming up on 4 laps remaining. Nema Lang is right there on the back bumper, looking to the inside of Dario Reddick going into turn number 1.
He's there. Dario's slamming the door. Nema's getting underneath him. Dario's holding him down.
And we learned at the last time out that that puddle right outside where it gets a little bit wet going into turn number 2, you do not want to get your tires down there. Just ask Chad Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. Dario fought back hard on the outside. That's really impressive right there. So right here, Dario's opening it up a little bit. Then he'll try to hold him down so that Nema can't get all the way to the throttle too soon. And then Dario gets a really good run into 3 here. These guys are getting with it. This is a way to end this race right here.
Yeah, Dario is really showing how to run that outside line on those 970s, making it work.
3 to go. Nema's trying hard right here. Dario's holding tough, though. Come on now. That's one of the great things about racing a guy like Nema Lang is he is going to give you room, and you're going to get an opportunity to run that outside groove and not be forced into an uncomfortable situation. Looks like we got 1 to go, and these guys are fighting for 3rd right here.
Yeah. Dawson Cox, as you can see, is checked out. Greg Bennett in 2nd, but that battle for 3rd, we're going to keep our eyes on. We're going to see if Dario Regg's able to hang on.
Little bit of contact. Both of them loose. Dario hangs on to 3rd.
Wow, that is a great run for Dario Reddick, coming back after a big crash. And let's go check up with our top 3 on the podium.
Absolutely.
Well, a few fun restarts at the beginning put you up a couple spots, and you didn't look back. Walk me through your race.
Man, as soon as we got that green after the first couple restarts and I was on the front row, once I heard clear, I pretty much just didn't look back and just tried not to miss my marks.
Who do you need to thank for the awesome number 7 car tonight?
We got to thank Kelly Tanner, John Bender, Dave Riddell, my dad Steve Cox, everybody else that helps us throughout the week and through the weekend make it as fast as it is. And I'd like to thank my sponsors, Busch Light and Crown Distributing.
Well, you saw a lot of the back at the number 7 tonight. Walk me through the race.
Well, all I had, I was trying to catch Dawson, but the car was a little bit off. But I'm just excited to get this second place.
Who do you need to thank for the second place finish tonight?
Well, my company, BDC, Highway Auto Supply, JT Racing, and my wife.
All right, well, I think all eyes were on you and Nema battling for third place. 50 green flag laps. Walk me through what was going through your mind when you saw the 18 closing in.
I'm just hoping there was some good action at the back because the first 40 laps is about nothing for us front four. But Nema gave me a good run then. It was a lot of fun. Enjoy racing with him.
Who do you thank for your third place finish tonight?
I got to thank The Lime, Who's, Onto Marketing, Lux Performance, J2 Racing, Les Schwab Bothell, and everyone who helped us get the car back together from the last wreck. It was pretty bad. I'm surprised we were able to do it back in 3 weeks. We couldn't have done it without everyone's help, especially my dad and Fozzie and Nikki and my mom spent countless hours. I don't know how many days it's been since they've slept getting it back together.
And that was an incredible run indeed for Dario Red, getting that car back together. But this segment, we want to let you know, is brought to you by Busch Beer, as Busch Beer is the official beer of NASCAR and Evergreen Speedway. Busch Beer, the sound of refreshment, crisp and cold as a mountain stream. Keep your fridge happy by stocking it with Busch and Busch Light.
Busch. Come on now. Hey, Dawson Cox getting his first W in a Pro Late model. Congratulations to him, his family, his team, everybody that's working on that car. That's a great accomplishment, Dawson. Keep it up.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to be one to keep watching throughout the year. And I'm excited to see that 7D car on the 5/8 mile and for a few races this year.
Absolutely. It's going to be great. Summer Showdown coming in July. Galloway race in June. Dawson will be right there in the mix.
Yeah, he's going to be an exciting one to watch. Definitely keep your eye on that Busch Beer car as we're going to roll into our Hornet A main event, as we had quite the field of cars, starting out with Michael Duncan and Matt Snyder on the front row.
Row 2, we got Annika Duncan and the 81 of Bobby Fischer.
Row 3, we got the 69 of Zach Meyer and the 07Z of Zach Bristol, brought to you by PMS Power Decals.
Row 4, we got Damon Claiborne in the 43, Raritan's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram of Monroe helping him out, and the 221 of Lyndon Smith.
And then we also got the 2G of Brad Gruhl, who we know we have an in-car camera on him. Hopefully you get to see that. And then the 13 of John Newbaum, sponsored by Richter Farms.
Right on. 66 of Brandon Campbell, sponsored by ALT Welding Supplies. And the 24 of McKenna Cox. Cox Wheels Racing. That family just is in every class.
Yeah, and she's got something to live up to after her brother just won that first main event.
Come on now.
And then the next row, we got the 16 of Peyton Hopp, brought to you by Papa's Tavern. And then the 77 of Christian Miller.
The 00 Dan Miller, Exterior Wall Systems Inc. helping him out, and the 025 of Trent Gillespie from getting help from Quality Roofing.
Yeah, speaking of Dan Miller, here's a great view of what he sees way back in the pack. We'll have to keep an eye on that 00 car as he makes it through. Rounding out the field, we got the 03 of Lucas Hassenfluck, the 46 of Mike Hathaway, brought to you by Reppin Welding and Rail, and then finally the 79 of Joe Weber, brought to you by Cooking with Mary Weber.
Yeah, pace car's off, so everybody's getting up on the wheel here and getting ready to take the green flag.
And a great field of Hornets. And if you want to get into racing, this is a great class to start it in. As you can see, great car counts, and it's a fairly inexpensive way to kind of get into racing.
It is. It's the perfect entry-level class. So if you're at home and you've been watching Home Track for our heroes, Home Track Heroes here on C11, man, come on out to the track, watch it a few times, and then start asking around. You can get yourself in one of these pretty cheap.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of people that'd be willing to help you out, as it's a great racing community, as we see just this crazy pack of cars going down into turn number 3 and 4 and through the intersection. And the unique thing about the Hornets is they're not just turning left, they're turning right too.
Absolutely. Matt Snyder here in the 15 car, he's gotten off to a good start, started outside row 1. And he's pulling away here from the pack.
Yeah, and we see Zach Bristol and Annika Duncan battling for that third spot. Zach Bristol, one of the couple drivers that's pulling double duty tonight, both in the Hornets and the Stingers, as they have very similar rule packages, so you can take a car and run it in multiple races in one night.
Yep, and you can turn right and left and even have an intersection in a Stinger.
Yeah, and that race will get exciting, and we'll see that later on in this show, as it looks like Matt Snyder and Michael Duncan are just checking out from the rest of the field.
Yes, they are. They got it hooked up. You know, that's the thing. When you get your experience under you like these guys have, they're racing, all the races at Evergreen Speedway. They keep working on their cars a little bit. It's amazing how you can get these cars to go a little quicker with just some air pressure tweaks and stuff like that. These guys, we got a scramble here. Oh, good save.
That was the 69 of Zach Meyer, and that's just keeping your foot in it and letting the front wheel drive do it to work. As the unique thing about the Hornets as well is it's a big invert. It's a full field invert from the fast time to the end, and then the B main transfers tag on at the back of the field. So you got a lot of fast drivers that have to make their way through sometimes 20 plus cars a night.
Yeah, absolutely. The fast guys in an invert, they start all the way in the back, and so you got to pass the whole field to win when you qualify first there. So that's pretty cool.
And with how competitive this field is getting, you'll get drivers like Matt Snyder and Michael Duncan who are very fast, and they're just checking out from the rest of the field.
Absolutely.
We see Trent Gillespie, looks like the 77 of Miller and John Newbon all battling way back in the pack. Still got a lot of cars to go through. We see the 69 of Zach Meyer after that save, trying to regain his feet underneath him and start passing cars again.
Yeah, that 13 there, John Newbon, he has been at this Hornet racing for a long time, and he's always fun to watch.
As we continue to see them go down that back straightaway and flying down that back straightaway in these little front-wheel drive cars, it's got to feel like you're going 100 miles an hour.
Absolutely. It's very, very different than the first race that we saw with the rear-wheel drive Pro Late model. These guys go in there, and the rear end of those cars are so light that often the left rear tire, when they're turning left, will come off the ground, and they'll be on three wheels going through the corner.
As we still see Matt Snyder and Michael Duncan, he's not letting him get away easy in that 78 car.
He might have something for him, I think. It seems like they can't shake each other, so we might get a good race here as it winds down.
As we almost go three wide there with Christian Miller trying to sneak his nose in on the inside. And before, a few years ago, we didn't have those rumble strips inside 3 and 4, so we'd see these cars dive way down and sometimes even on the grass, use that curb, use the asphalt to get the car rotated and turn it through 3 and 4, and they can't quite do that anymore without really upsetting the car.
No, yeah, since you put them rumble strips down there, you got to mow that grass down there, because we used to mow it for you with the race cars, but now you got to get a mower out to clean that up.
Yeah, now we got a lot more work. As we see John Newbon, like you said, trying to use all that experience he has to carry momentum around the outside. Now he's on the inside and then back to the outside. Christian Miller is like, hey, I'm going to follow your tire tracks.
Absolutely there. That group there is kind of holding each other up out front there through the center of the course, but on the backstretch, everybody spreads out real good. But you'll see as we come to the intersection here on the figure 8, everybody's going to start bunching up, because this right-hander, that 163 car, looks like it's set up for turning left. Yeah, so it struggles a little bit with that corner right there.
And you see Zach Meyer get tagged almost going sideways again, but he's able to keep it through. As Annika Duncan in that 163, that was her youth Hornet car, so she was used to just turning left. And it's cool seeing these drivers work their way up from the youth Hornet division of 12 to 14-year-olds to now moving up to with all the big boys on the big track.
Yeah, that's fantastic to see him move up. So good.
And now we're going to hop on board with Brad Gruhl as he starts making his way. He's behind Peyton Hopp in this big pack car. As you see Dan Miller there in the 00, Christian Miller as well in the 77, John Newbon on the outside, 3 wide down that back straightaway, and they got plenty of room to do that in these Hornets.
Absolutely. That track is really wide right there. Yeah, you mentioned the youth Hornet guys. There's a young kid, Mason Garka, coming up through the youth Hornets, and I've had a chance to come out here and practice with him a couple times, kind of just build his confidence a little bit. He had a fender bender in the opening night, but they got another car they're working on. So it's cool to see those youth Hornet guys step up in and start racing their dads and brothers and cousins and everybody out here.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of the A main event after these messages.